Now we do have hot seats this morning, the best of the best. Now, before I give proper introductions, this is still WhatsApp, the segment, and of course from the overall program, be our guest. Now, this person is an A-lister. She has been in the industry for a very long time. In some cases, some people will call her my mother, and she has done so much, not just for me, but thousands, hundreds of people all across Nigeria and Africa as a whole. Yes, she is a very big woman. She is God's gift to God's planet Earth. She is a philanthropist. She's a big woman, trust me when I tell you. She is a mother, she's a queen, she's a fierce diva. See, she's too much for me, and if I start saying who she is, time will run. Anybody will say Chigeji, Chigabo. Tomorrow will come, next tomorrow, and we still wouldn't be able to say enough. Now, I want to present to you this morning the best on air personality I have ever seen, Mrs. Olabisi Omidire. You know her as Double O.
Hi.
It's good to be here. Thank you. Hi, Faye.
Hi.
Kenneth.
You're welcome.
Yes, well. Now, you know her as Double O. And if you listen to radio very well on O Connect, that runs from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Mondays through Friday, you know you've heard the voice for over 15, 16 years, if I'm correct. You know who Double O is. So when she comes and she says, I'm Double O, I'm the black lady who rocks, who's fresh and fly as always. This is who we are talking about. So it's not just to hide behind the microphones. This is Double O in the studio. This is a living legend in the building. And you know on WhatsApp we give you the best of the best. Now let me start by saying Double O is a seasoned award-winning broadcaster with over a decade's experience in media business. She's a savvy personality with a passion for presentation, news reading, and she's also an indigenous producer, content provider, script writer, voiceover actress on Equate 9.7 FM, of course, and Radio Lagos 107.5 FM. She's an event planner, a business developer, and a motivational speaker. Of course, she's also an MC. Now, I'm safe to say she's won the Lagos State Outstanding Staff Award, that's the senior category, and the Eco Heritage Awards as the best female on-air personality 2022. Now, she has been nominated for the Wise Women Awards, Radio Lagos Eco FM Outstanding Staff of the Quarter June 2023.
Wow.
Now this is so much. Let me finish by saying Double O, as she's fondly called, is a dynamic, enthusiastic, motivated go-getter with a good understanding of the voice in achieving desired results. Her great interpersonal skills ensures a good relationship with people of all age groups and class. We'll say welcome again to the show. We are so honored to have you on the show. All right, Queen?
Yes, Double O, welcome. He has been talking about you, and I'm like, okay, I can't wait to meet Double O. Now, here you are. You're beautiful.
Thank you. You're smashed.
Thank you so much. All right, so tell us about the name Double O. How did you come about it?
Oh, wow. A lot of people think Double O is an acronym of my name, Olabisi Omidire Double O, but it's not.
Oh, wow.
It came about my job. I had an intern, and he said, that was way back, and he said, Double O, the ostentatious oracle.
Oh,
this is the first time I'm saying this. A lot of people think it's my name, but it's not. So he started by calling me Double O, the ostentatious oracle.
Oh, so and that's where you picked the name. That's lovely. That's lovely, Double O. I love the name. Yeah. Okay, so tell us how you started in the broadcasting.
Wow. I love talking. I love speaking with people, and it started, I think I started before I went into broadcast proper. I was anchoring events for friends, for my church, my friends, and then I've worked in different industry before I came into broadcast. That came as an afterthought, actually, that, okay, I could do this as well. So I started out, and here I am, and I love it.
Oh wow,
Lovely.
That's beautiful, and I want you guys to watch and listen properly, because on WhatsApp we do not only entertain, we also inform you, and also we educate you. So please listen up and make sure you take bits and pieces from what Double O is saying. Now I would ask you this question: as a seasoned professional, what's the most important skill to possess or have, especially in the broadcasting sector?
Well, I'll say an excellent communication skill and good presentation skills, basic.
Yeah.
If you don't have that, then you don't have anything. Regardless of the language you're communicating in, regardless of your status, you must have an excellent communication skill first. And you must be able to communicate. People must be able to understand what you're putting across. You must also understand your listener or your viewer.
All right. Yes, if you have to be the best at what you do, especially when it comes to broadcasting, your communication skills must be A and spot on. That's what Double O is saying.
Right.
Now to the next question. As a professional radio presenter and on-air personality, tell us your most challenging moments on radio. And has there been any particular time in your life you had wished to quit broadcasting?
Okay, most challenging. Let me see, quite a number, but it was quite interesting. I was at Ikorodu a couple of years ago, and
Wow.
then there was this Oro Festival, and I was anchoring the breakfast show then. And it started 6 a.m. and I needed to get to office. And being a lady, the tradition, you cannot come out. I was faced with the challenge of how am I going to get to the office? How are they going to get in touch with me? But then we did something which I'm not willing to say here, and I got to office.
Wow.
Okay, that was the most challenging. I was scared, but somehow I got to the office. So, have I ever wanted to quit? No, never. Maybe I must say I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed, but I've never wanted to quit because I believe I'm reaching out to people. It may not be about the money, but somebody out there every day wants to hear about you. You don't know what they're going through, you don't know what's happening to them. Maybe a word you would say would encourage them, maybe your smile. I believe that sometimes you don't think about yourself alone, you think about the people you affect.
Yes.
I've never felt though that I should quit. Maybe spice it up or take a break, but never to quit. Never.
Right.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so there are a lot of on-air personalities.
Right.
What would you say stands you out? Stands you out of all
From the rest.
Yes, from the rest of them.
The fact that I can relate with people from all ages, class, religion, yeah. It would surprise you that I could actually present programs in other religion and you would think I'm from that religion. I
Really?
do that well, yes.
Wow.
I relate well with children, with adults. I come down to your level. That takes a lot. And I understand quite a number of Nigerian languages.
Oh yes.
Wow, that's good. Okay, this one is very personal, okay?
Right.
As a parent, please give your candid opinion on parents who come to social media to announce their divorce. How do you feel this affects the mental health of their kids?
First of all, say, do we even consider our kids? It's
Exactly.
we live in a culture that believes that children don't have a say. I am one person that speaks up for women and children. I don't think everything should be on the social media. A lot of people don't even understand what the social media is for
It's for, yeah.
and how a lot of people are cashing out on their own predicament. So divorce is something huge for children, but we do take them for granted. We feel, oh, they will
Yes.
understand, oh, they will grow out of it. So we just throw it out there and believe it's an adult thing.
Yeah.
But later on, nobody considers it. What we have in the society today is a product of dysfunctional homes. So they grow up because of what they got when they were growing up. So it shouldn't be on social. Even it shouldn't be there for adults, if you ask me.
Exactly.
Settle it out. When you were together, we're not there. Except you're paying me to put it out there anyways.
Okay.
Very good. So how many years have you been in this Nigerian civil service?
That should be about 15 years or more. Yeah.
So walk us through the journey. When did it start, and how has it been so far working in the Nigerian civil service? Because sometimes I hear lots of complaints. You have them coming out to say this is what they suffered, and it's been a really hard fit for people to come out and say they've enjoyed it. But being in there for 15 years, that's a lot of time, don't you agree? Yes, it is.
Okay, I said earlier my background wasn't broadcast. I've worked with aviation, I've done something in the arts and culture, done something in tourism, I've been a lecturer before, so it was a process. Now, when we say Nigerian, I will speak for Lagos State actually, because I've not been in the Nigerian civil service. I think it's a perception of people. A lot of people have a different idea what the civil service or the public service is all about. We keep confusing it. It's just like saying Nigerians are so and so. Yet you've never been to Nigeria. You don't even know what Nigeria is all about.
Yeah.
For me, I will speak from my own department or area. We are in the information.
Yeah.
I've worked there, I enjoyed it. I've met quite a number of people that people may not have met in their lives. I've met presidents, governors, I have met captains of industries, I've been trained. I'm BBC trained. Yeah, I've traveled out through working there. I've gone to different forums to deliver papers, for workshops. So I would only speak from my own perspective. It's worked out for me. Not because people have this perception that, oh, you're there because you're lazy. I'll tell you, I do some other things apart from working there. You read my bio, I do a lot of things. It's your perception. If you want to be lazy, if you want to develop, there are so many opportunities for you to develop. And we are well-read as well. At least I am well-read.
Yes, of course. Obvious.
Well, before we do go on a quick break, I want to ask you, in terms of learning, all right, some people want to come into this industry without proper training. Now, I want you to speak on training. I've seen people come on TV, I've seen them come on radio, and what they do, what they say, how they drop their lines, how they reach out, how they relate to people is below or under par. And I just ask myself, did they get the proper training? So I want you to elaborate on the process or the issue of training as a result of development in a broadcaster's life.
Very good question. Let me start by saying you need a mentor, not a mentor-later. Basic. I'm old school. I believe in proper education, I believe in training. You cannot give what you don't have.
Yes.
Forget about this social media frenzy. The packaging, the intonations, the accent, anybody could have that. Anybody could have that. But the intricacies, you need to go through a journey, a process. A lot of people just want to go in because I have a fine face. It takes more than having a fine face. You have to have the brains. And you must be able to deliver. You must be able to articulate really, really well. Now, I cannot blame them because I have been in the industry. What are we also doing to help those coming up? We make it easy for them. When I was doing training, my bosses didn't make it easy for me. You go through phonetics, you go through the clinics, when I mean clinics, pronunciation clinics, you're given assignment, you come in with your scripts, painstakingly you go through the process. But now what do we want? We want money. We want the number of likes we get on our social media platforms. That's what we use in rating people. Values. We have professionals. Somebody goes through school, training, and then you bring one person just because you can speak one English or wherever I can. You feel, oh, this person is what we need. But ask the person professional questions. Can this person deliver? But then again, we keep saying it, but the society themselves, are they ready for this discussion really? That's what I was saying. Is the society ready for it? Because if the society is ready, we will need to sieve out a lot of things. We need to step on toes. some people will have to cry somehow, say, oh, you don't like me, and we play that victim game and the blame game. But the truth of the matter is, for broadcasters, I keep saying it, you have to be trained and go through, it's a continuum. You can't just say you went through basic class and say there's intermediate, there's advanced, and then there are other trainings. You need to have mentors. Sit with them, learn. It's not just about the frenzy of being there, the lights, the microphone. Sometimes go back. Objective criticism. A lot of us don't want to hear that.
Yes.
Yes. So training is very, very, very key in this industry.
All right, thank you, Double O. It's often said that if you want to go fast, you go alone, but if you want to go far, then you go with a lot of people. That way you achieve a higher and a common goal. Now, Double O also says that to be a top dog in this profession, you must undergo proper training, not just basic training. You must listen, you must have a mentor, you must understand the concept of continuum, and then you must strive hard to be the best version of yourself.
At Echo FM 89.7 FM, you have made it a habit of taking interns and NYSC trainees under your wings. You also do an annual program for them. What prompted this, and is that a way you give back to the society?
Okay. Sometimes when I sit down with some of these interns and watch them speak and have a conversation with themselves, I have this urge that, okay, if I get someone to train me when I was their age, some of the opportunities that I lost, I wouldn't have lasted. So I felt a lot of them leave the universities or colleges without a knowledge of what to expect out there. And I felt these are more like my children. Let's make it back to them. Let's replicate what we have. Pretty soon, they are going to come after us. They are meant to be better than us. You can't train somebody or you have knowledge or hoarding it. I can only hoard clothes from you or shoes or makeup. But when you give somebody knowledge, you develop the person. And then you step back and say, oh, this person will also train somebody. And then that person also trains somebody. So it flows like that. I feel these children, if we could tap into them, they have all it takes. They have the energy. You know, the Gen Z, they have the energy, they have the words, they have the funds. Yeah. And now you have more funds. So I felt the need to give back. Like I said, I could relate to different age groups, so that helped me. I understand what they go through. I wasn't born a saint myself, so I knew all these things. I know all the escapades, so I communicate in their own language, so it makes it easier. And we train them. I also insist that it is not enough for you to go to say you have a university certificate or a college certificate. You must have a skill. Yeah. Because if you're done and you don't have a job, that skill will speak for you. That skill will work for you. So the issue of unemployment or going into some vices wouldn't come, and then the pressure will be less. So that's why.
Yeah, talking about that again, a lot of people are saying in Nigeria that there are people, you have to go to school, you have to have BSc, you have to have masters before you can actually, get a very good job in Nigeria. What do you think about? What about people that didn't go to the university, but when you see them speak, when you see them, you'll be like, did you school abroad? What about people like that? Do you train people like that?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
I believe that not everybody is cut out for the university. But everybody's got a talent, everybody's got a brain, everybody can decipher, this is what I want.
Exactly.
Everybody can reason well, if only we give them the opportunity. The truth of the matter is not everybody that goes to the university will get a job. That's the truth. And not everybody that gets a skill will get a customer. It depends on how you package yourself. It depends on what you feel about yourself. See, everybody might talk down on you, but the most important thing is you need yourself to win. If nobody's cheering you on, please cheer yourself on as give them the exactly. So I don't believe that because somebody didn't go to the 4 walls of the university, the person is not educated.
Exactly.
In all the climes I know that I've been to, sometimes some people are technicians, They don't have this ability to speak too much of English. I've met a Briton who cannot write English actually.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. He speaks it because it's his official language,
Yeah.
just like speaking Yoruba or Igbo naturally. But writing it down, he couldn't even read. I was shocked.
Wow.
So we should balance it. We should balance it. Some people are not cut out for the four walls of the university.
Yeah.
Some people can think. Most of the inventors and creators are great thinkers.
Yes.
They're innovators.
Exactly.
If only we could encourage them and not brand them or shame them or olodu, dumb brain, if I could use that. But if you sit down with them, they could come up with solutions. I don't think solutions is limited to going to the university. That's what we give out. When you're working anywhere, you're providing solution, you're providing service. But although I would encourage that you get educated, because there are certain jobs that at least you should have the basic. Go to a secondary school or a high school, you need that. Understand how to communicate,
of course.
get your way around.
Sure.
That's what I believe in.
Yes, sorry, one more question before it takes.
Yeah.
I want to talk about teenage dating. You're a mother, I'm a mother, okay. And then a lot of people say, there's nothing you can do about it. All you just need to do is just advise them, you know, blah, 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 and all that. What do you think? Do you think it's proper for a teenage to be in a relationship, boy or a girl?
Okay, now when we say teenager, officially 18-year-old in Nigeria is an adult.
Yes.
In other climes, 16-year-old is an adult.
Okay.
So, and even in Nigeria, we have 18-year-olds who are already graduates.
True.
So for somebody like that, you have to take it easy. Because yes, she's a BSc holder, and under the Constitution, she's an adult. She's expected to reason and listen to her. I mean, she can vote and be voted for. Now, the other ones, I call them minors. I believe parental guidance is key. I was guided by my parents, basically my mom. But our mothers these days, are we there really? Now, when I say mothers, I say that with all sense of responsibility. I'm the person that believe that it's not just about mothers. What about fathers? Both of you brought the baby forth. There are certain things when I was growing up as a teenager that I learned from my dad. My mom never told me, and shaped my life to today. There are certain things I learned from my mother. So it is a balance. I believe teenager at that stage, focus. There is a time for everything. I mean, imagine a 14-year-old girl going out with a 16-year-old boy. What are you talking about? What are you offering each other? Intellectually, it cannot be that.
True.
Emotionally, you're not developed. Even spiritually, because this is Nigeria, I believe in spirituality, you're not developed. Financially, what are you doing? So what are you talking about? So we need to put it in perspective. I am old school. If you're a teenager, I believe that's the formative years. Tell me about your education, tell me about your skills, tell me about your craft, tell me about your knowledge. Tell me about savings. Tell me about savings. What do you know about it?
What do you know?
So that's my belief.
Okay. All right.
All right, that's beautiful. So they say entertainment is to broadcasting as broadcasting is to entertainment. Now, your time and now.
I'm still in the time. I'm not done yet.
Okay, then and now, are there any major differences?
Oh yeah, language.
Oh.
Language. Music back then had a lot of meanings. Music these days is more of what the fans want, raking in the likes, raking in the views, and making money.
Yeah.
Then it was more of language. What am I pushing across? What message am I passing across? These days it's more of everything, energy. You know, it's more of energy, it's more of vibes, it's more of jives, just a groove session. But if you sit down really, even music back then, they went through tutelage. If you listen to most of those musicians back then, they will tell you, oh, I learned from this person, I understudied, I did training from this person. But now, all I need to do, thank God for technology, synchronize everything, sensitize everything, and put the words there. It doesn't even have to be me. Because I remember Milli Vanilli back then. They didn't sing the song. A lot of people that thought they were the one that sang the song until they were caught. So all I need is to get, I don't even need to write a song. You write for me, you put it, and I do the video. And it's all my name, and I get the money. That's all. That's all. It's too much noise, actually.
Okay, so you've been married for how many years now?
19 years.
Tell us, how were you able to cope being married, having children, and then with your kind of work, your job? Please tell us.
Okay, I married my friend.
Everybody's always saying marry your friend, marry your friend.
No,
Tell us what it feels like when you marry your friend.
Okay, so that's what I'm going. I married my friend because as a friend, you don't keep secret. I could tell you, oh, there's something flying over your head. I could say, this is what I want to my friend. I could say, oh, I'm going to do this to my friend. Your friend wouldn't impose something on you.
Okay.
Okay, so that, do you understand where I'm coming from? It wasn't easy. I'm not the type that would come here and say the past years has been very, oh, we've had arguments and all that. But we had love. We had understanding. Because when we were having the babies, that's why I said I married my friend. I had to go to job. I have to resume at 6 a.m. or before 6 a.m. He has to be back at home. So it wasn't a gender thing with
okay.
He stays at home with the baby. I mean, you staying at home with a 3-month-old baby, that's a lot.
A lot?
Yeah.
Wow.
So while, and we don't have so much of network issues like this. So he stayed back at home and take care of the baby. So when I'm done, I rush back home. He goes out.
Wow.
So that was how it worked. He is more of somebody that likes carrying baby all around. I am not that kind of person. So, not that I don't love my baby. If we want to go out, we go out. I don't push my children in the faces of people.
Yeah.
But he would love to show them off. You know? And then when I come back, he goes out. So we had the chores at home. He learns to pack the baby even though it's wrong. I mean, the legs are, the heads, he just ties it, the baby is there. Wow. I mean, you have seen my husband carrying a baby and the baby is facing there, he's facing here. Okay, so what works again is you must appreciate each other. It wasn't all about money when we started. There was no money when we started. But we love each other, you appreciate. When you had, if I'm married, there's been a day that we didn't eat all day. And I just had a baby. Yeah. And of course, if you've had a baby, you know that a newborn mother needs food.
Yeah.
So what kept me is the fact that he kept on encouraging me. He didn't take it like, I don't have a job now, I don't have money. You know, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
But he realized that, oh, it's my responsibility. And then I appreciated him for that. So I went the extra mile, and then when the money started coming, we're enjoying it together. And then I'm not saying I'm the best of it. I've said things that he didn't like, and he told me that, no, I don't like what you just said. And I apologize. Now the difference is when you must apologize to me, you know how it is now. Just say sorry. Don't just say, you know now. You know, we maybe want to hear, I am sorry. But he will go, you will see that he's actually sorry.
Wow.
You see? And when the children start coming in, we have 2 girls. He wanted girls, I wanted boys.
You
see? So he kept on encouraging me that, hey, where is it written that a boy is better than a girl? I cannot forget that day. So he encouraged me. He loved them. Sometimes I believe, who loves these children more? He or me? I don't know.
I love your husband. You know why? Because it just reminded me of my late dad. Just me and my younger sister. Just two girls. And my daddy never for one day, you know, pressured my mom, you need a boy. He doesn't even think about it.
I was the one that asked him. There was a day I asked him, I said, you know, honey, how do you feel we're not having a girl?
A boy.
A boy, sorry. He was like, where is that coming from? I have 2 girls and I'm the proud dad in the world.
See?
And he said, until it is proven that a male child is better than a female child. Well, until God proves that anyway, so he says. So whatever you have, he loves them. I love him. So concerning my job, he's very supportive. He listens to, he's listening, he's watching at the moment. So he's my best critic. He will tell me, what did you just say on your show now? He would tell me, oh, this music just came out. He doesn't listen to them. Oh, he doesn't know them. Oh, my husband is terrible. He doesn't know them. But he would just send a message to me. This song just came out. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Oh, he's the old school, loves old school music. So he gives me update. And then when I don't say things right, he sends me messages. I'm sure by the time I'm done, I have messages on my phone. He's telling me, that's not it. Or you didn't do it that. So I accept him. Sometimes they say things that you know, oh, it's not coming from a professional angle, but you need to allow him.
Yes.
If you do not allow objective criticism, you're going to shut the person down. He's not going to tell you, or she's not going to tell you again, and then you make a fool of yourself sometimes.
Yes.
So that's how it is. I have my own weakness, which he, if I tell you now, for instance, no matter what I cook, he eats it.
Wow.
I've had to ask him, did you ask me what was inside? He said, doesn't matter. But if he cooks, because he cooks a lot,
you start selecting.
then I'll look, what's in it? I think it's a women thing. Not negatively, but I appreciate it, but I don't know where we got it from. But I'll still eat. Like if I come back home now and there's no food on the table, he doesn't go gaga about that. He just said, okay, so what's the option? So what have you preferred? He would just be quiet and be
Wow.
looking. But today, I come home and I say, sometimes I go for days, for job he stays at. No food in the house. So one cannot go, so one cannot go 2 days. You people have forgotten me. And you're like, I've been busy myself.
Exactly.
But I've been sending you messages that I love you. So we just laugh about it, and we've had times we've argued a lot.
Yeah.
Even over trivial things like, okay, he puts this water here, and I'll do like this. And he looks, and the next time I come,
He put it back.
and he looks, I expect him to know that, hey, I'm telling you, that's where to put it. But he doesn't understand what I'm saying. So that's the issue. Communication is key.
Exactly.
Communicate well and even respectfully. It doesn't have to be your husband alone. To anybody, even if it's a child. My children, I treat them, I respect them. Sometimes when I do something wrong to my children, because you could get overwhelmed by the things that happen, and they tell me, Mommy, why did you say that? You told us not to be, but you just told us the same thing.
Exactly.
You know, as parents, we were trained to say that parents don't lie, but please, parents lie. And I, and I go like, oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't say it there. But when I'm alone, I feel, what am I telling my children? I should practice what I preach. I'll go back and say, I'm sorry about what I did. You know, these motherlings, you don't want them to feel that, see finish has entered. I'm sorry, I'll buy you something. But on the other side, I don't believe children should be rewarded for every chance they do.
Exactly.
I don't do that for my children. Call me old school. Before that you sweep the house, you clean the house, I should pay you. Come on now.
Never.
Sometimes commendation is good, but don't overdo it. I don't believe in beating children as well. They have brains. Correct? Oh, sometimes I shout at them in the house. Oh, who doesn't? I shout. When I shout finish, and I ask myself, so what was the shouting all about? But most times I sit down. And usually early in the morning, I wake them up, sit down, because the brain is sharp at that time. Sit down. Let's talk. So why did you do what you did? I was using my eyes to talk to you. You were don't do that again. And I tell them the consequences of the action. If they do that again, this is what I'm going to do. I don't leave them hanging. And trust me, I'm going to do it. So they know that I'm serious. But sometimes they do things I just overlook. So for my peace of mind, right?
All right, before we go on a quick break, I'd love to ask one more question.
Yeah.
You have won so many awards in Nigeria. I want to ask you, which one of the award, what particular one made you so happy? Which one is of great interest or importance? All right, which one do you cherish the most, and why?
Well, I don't have most, because I must appreciate the organizers. I love all of them. All of them. I love all of them. The one that I think I would have preferred the one that shocked me the most.
Oh, okay.
Yes, was the one given by the Lagos State government, most outstanding staff, senior category. I was shocked.
Wow.
Because I never thought people were listening to me. I never thought people were seeing all I do. You know, it was shocking when I said, okay, the Lagos State government is going to give you an award. I was shocked. I was crying.
That's
I was
huge.
laughing. It was huge. It was huge.
Yeah.
It was huge
Wow.
for me.
We're still in the studios with Mrs. Olabisi Omidire. You know her as 00, the black lady who rocks, who is fresh and fly as always.